Hello everyone, and welcome to Nana Tier, the no assists tier in SLR. And, well, I'm on my own today, so you'll have to put up with me for an hour and a half if you want to watch along at the race, but it should be a good one. Lots of skilled drivers on the show this afternoon, and it's on earlier than usual before the normal F1. The real life Grand Prix in Brazil. But as you can see, we've got the standings up there. Some rather interesting team names. But it's Kebab that's in the lead, who got P2 last time. Obviously only one race into the championship, so it should develop as we go on. But we're at Austin today in the USA, Circuit of the Americas. And AR Gamer is in P2 with Skin Tony P3, Eagle Ghost P4, etc. Let's go to the track and find out what's going on. Oh, would you look at that? As if by magic, the car on screen is the car in the thumbnail. Looks very nice. Obviously, all using their own cars, designs, player liveries in this tier, the Nana tier. Then Ray Zerian has got his own, and I think this is one of the better looking ones as we go down the grid. Boosted Mess and Shakalaka, Team Boost Shakalaka, if I've said that right. Silver and a bit of green and teal on that as well. Wesley looks very much like an Alfa Romeo with the crimson and white colour scheme. Kebab has gone for a horrific purple without any sponsors, so interesting tastes. Shaka, same as Boosted, their teammates, and Schnell and Ocean Chief, Team Old Spice, bright yellow and matte black, looks pretty good. AR Gamer, another purple one. Lavi for Soul, I think, is on his own. Now that is a liver and a half. Look at that. Wonderful stuff. That looks like a zebra, kind of. I'm just going through the liveries. I haven't even seen them before. Green and black, or is it green and blue? For Hosian, Ocean Chief, and Eagle Ghost is Team Belaine, and which Bance is in, but he hasn't raced yet. I think that's a cross between Spain and Belgium. So the flag colours on there too. Right, well there we go. People are going to be starting their lap times pretty soon. I think Ray is on a lap. Let's have a look at Schnell. Maybe follow him through on his first run. Sorry, I'm just checking that the stream's all okay. We're onto the back straight with DRS wide open. And yeah, only 11 drivers today. Pretty quiet grid, but it's a good place for people to learn how to drive with no assists. And Christian, who won last time out, has given up his seat because he was deemed too fast. It's more of a development tier where you go up to tier 2 and 1. I would say it's tier... Is it like tier 1.5 perhaps? The Nana tier. But whatever it is, it's good. AR Gamer P1 with a 35.5. Purple car and a purple lap. But Schneller's going to come across the line here, see if he can beat the pole time. He doesn't manage to. 38.1, boosted goes a bit faster with a 36.9, so that must have just been a warm-up lap for Schnell. Let me change the gap to leader so I can see what's going on a bit better. I think this is Shaka coming around the final corner now to set this first time. And he goes just above his teammate. So 36.5. Kebab P2 as well. And Lavi is coming into the pits. See, looking at the mini-map on this is quite difficult because most of the cars are black, so I don't know which one's which, but Eagle Ghost up to P6. That was definitely a second out lap, which you don't see very often on this game. He's going for another run now. Wesley went up to P5. Hojan across the line, P6 for him, and Ocean Chief is going to be the last one to complete his first run. As Ray and Lavi came into the pits, they must have invalidated. But yeah, very fun circuit this. If you're watching Tier 1 and 2, you'll know that there's a lot of action that can happen in the race as Chief rounds the final corner. He puts in a 36.6 and he goes P4. So that's a decent lap time for him in his banker. And as most people come out the pits, into the pits, Lavi and Ray, well, they're coming out because, oh, look at this. That livery is the best one. I'm going to try and do that. I see, when I do the thumbnails, some of them I don't have unlocked. So I have to make them up. But this, if I have this one, this is the one I'm doing next. Look at that. Blue, white, and pink. Lightning strikes. Is Eagle Ghost on a lap? I think he is. Oh, he was. He span at the final corner. I imagine it will still be an improvement, though. It is 8 seconds faster, but he's yet to get a clean run in. Chief in lap. Wesley is just finished a lap, I would imagine, with his ERS count. Let's ride on board with Ray for the whole lap, why not? See, it comes across to start. Been doing pretty good times in practice. And into turn 1, you want to brake earlier than you think, because taking a tight apex is the right way to go. He's done that nicely. You're keeping it tight to the curbs on the S's as well. Just like this, that's good, but invalidated there on the inside. So he will have to go again. What about Lavi? How's he doing? He's in a similar place on track. Purple sector 1, if the game's correct. This is a difficult corner. You've got to get on the power quite early, but it's probably the easiest place to spin on the track. Turn in nice and early here, take an early apex and then get on the power. That's a lovely line. And short shifting up to 4th, DRS open. And this is the one place you can take a bit of a break on the lap because there's constant twists and turns. And down into this hairpin on the left, you want to take as much curb as you can. You can probably go over a bit over the orange sausage curb. This one you have to brake later than you think. It's a bit uphill like turn 1 is, so you can take a lot more speed than you think. That's a nice line through this corner, into 4th and straight onto full power. And this one, you've just got to be in tune with your car and trust that it will stick. Hold it flat out, and this is a fun corner if you get it right. Pushing the exit as much as possible. Decent lap that's been put together so far. A bit wide on the final corner. But he goes to P1 by 1.5 seconds. So Lavi is setting down a marker and he's on pole at the moment. Schnell 1/10 up on his time. I imagine he would have made a mistake somewhere in the later part of the lap, judging by his time. Oh, and he span. Well, he didn't get any damage, so that's not the worst thing that could happen. I think AR's coming to finish his second lap. Can he improve by 1.1 seconds to overtake P1? My game seems to lag whenever someone's coming through that corner. I don't know why. He's across the line. It looks like he will get a better time. He does, and he takes pole by 9/1000ths of a second. That's a very good lap. Kebab, the championship leader, is on an out lap, I think. Let's see what Boosted Mess can do when he crosses the line. Could be a small improvement. It is. He goes up to P4, 5, nearly 6/10, so not a small improvement. A pretty good one. Kebab into the pit lane. Right, Ocean is starting a lap, I think. After his teammates span on the previous attempt. They're all in VC together, so they'll be communicating in the race especially. Nice line through the S's there. And he's going to get a bit of slipstream off another car. We caught that close. That nearly went into the back of him. I think that was Shaka. It's a bit hairy. So 5 minutes left in the session. Chief will probably be able to get another lap in if he hurries back to the pit lane after this one. Big lock up into the final turn, and I don't think he's going to get an improvement here. No, 2/10 down on that. As Eagle goes up into P3 with this first representative lap, a 7-second improvement. But it's still very close between the top two, isn't it? Let's have a look at what Wesley's doing. He's on an in lap, I think, or an out lap, one of the two. And Ray, who's yet to set a valid lap time, is about to do so, if he can keep it within the lines. Just about. Following his teammate, I think. Oh, a bit loose on the traction, but he gets a lap in, a 37.2. Lavi's on a lap. He only needs to improve by 9/1000ths, and He'll be back on pole, and he's already up by 2/10, so see if he can keep it together, and he'll retake the pole position, but quite early for a final run, unless he's fueled for 2 laps. Three tenths up now, purple sector 2 and 1. So he might very well get into the 33s. And he does. 33.9. Very competitive time there for Larry. Kebab is starting his final run. People letting him pass down into turn 1. Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't been checking the chat, Tipsy, so I'll raise that. Can you hear the game audio better now? Let me get my phone out so I can see the chat without having to tab out. Right, so I didn't see Kebab's sector splits. What are they? Well, we'll be able to see as he goes through the second one in a minute. 2/10. So a decent improvement. Might be able to snatch 3rd place from the grid. As he rounds the final turn. And he does get P3. So that's his session done. Who else? AR is on an outlap. Eagle Ghost, is he on a run? No, he's yet to start. Boosted is similar. Chief starting as well. Hojan is on a lap, and Schnell has invalidated, and he doesn't have enough ERS to start again, so he'll be starting at the back of the grid. AR Gamer now is going to start his lap, so this will be an important one for him to start on pole. Sometimes P2 is the preferred position on the grid here, because you get the inside into turn 1, and it's quite a short run up to turn 1, so it's not such a big disadvantage. A 10th down on his time, and he's 4/10, so unless he's got something special in the 3rd sector, I think we'll be seeing him in 2nd. Whereabouts on track is Kebab? He's coming to the pits. Now Eagle Ghost is a 10th up, nearly 2, so maybe he can get himself past Kebab, who's not going to improve again. Purple sector 2, 4/10 up now. This is very good from Eagle Ghost. It's the checkered flags out. Ocean Chief goes P5. Sorry, P6. Eagle P3, and Boosted got a good lap time in there as well, I think, and put himself up into P5. Now AR, he is 2/10 down according to my Delta, and he crosses off track. He's only 1/10 in the end down, but Schnell is going to pull into the pit lane, so that's the grid. So Lavi for Soul and AR Gamer on the front row. I wonder what the strategies will be. It's normally medium to hard, but you can do the reverse hard medium, which we saw yesterday in Tier 1. Quite a few people doing. Most of the grid, in fact. Oh well, Lavi for Soul on pole. He's in P1. 4/10 behind was AR Gamer. He's going to join him on the front row with possibly the favoured position into turn 1 at the inside. Eagle goes to P3, very close to Kebab and Boosted. Ocean Chief, well, he starts P6 with his teammate Schnell 11th. 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th go to Wesley, Shaka, Ray and Hosian. And as predicted, it's sunny. I think the custom weather for this to make it always a dry race and quali, which makes sense when you're learning how to drive a no assist. It's not very helpful if it thunders it down with the rain. You can go pretty low on fuel at this track as well. You don't eat that much, but one thing you need to take care of is the ERS, which you only gain around 5% if you don't use it in a lap. Well, the 5 lights are all on, and we're underway, and Lavi has got a pretty good getaway. Our gamer close behind, but that's Belane Racing Team. That's Eagle Ghost up in P3. He's looking to get round the outside of AR, but he's not able to at the moment. Everyone behind is neat and tidy as far as I can see. That's Shaka going past Ocean Chief as well, and Ray very close to Schnell up ahead. Ocean Chief again, yeah, and look at the gap out front. 1.3 seconds now for Lavi. He's storming away from AR Gamer. Kebab in P4 looking on the back of the car ahead of him. An experienced driver. And got on the curb a bit there, so he's going to be vulnerable to Shaka if he can get close enough, but it doesn't look like he can on this straight. Ocean Chief more close to Shaka. Doesn't look like there'll be any moves on this straight, although Eagle Ghost is closing in on AR Gamer, who's now almost 2 seconds behind Lavi for Soul. So not the best start for him. He needs to focus and see if he can rein that gap back in a bit. But yeah, Eagle Ghost does look quick, and in fact he's almost alongside as they come through to finish the final lap. 2.3 seconds the gap out in front. Fastest lap as he crosses the line for the first time today. Eagle Ghost then on the back. And looking into turn 1, that would be an audacious move if he attempted it. He's not got any pressure from behind, but AR Gamer does. And as a result, he goes wide onto that curb. He's going to be vulnerable, but through the S's, there's not really a chance. And Eagle Ghost does the sensible thing and stays back for now, waiting for the opportunity to arise again. We'll keep an eye on that, but Ray still very close, within 2/10 or was. Must have made a mistake somewhere in the S's. And Eagle Ghost all over the back of AR Gamer now. DRS not enabled until the end of this lap, remember, but I think he will probably get past him on the straight just with the slipstream. Goes a bit wide, AR, and loses some traction as a result. Let's have a look what will happen here into the hairpin. Not gaining as much as I would have expected, but he's going to go round the outside, and they're going to keep it in there, AR. He takes a perfectly legal line, cutting the corner a bit, but that's perfectly allowed, as he keeps the position and defends that pretty well in the end. But almost 4 seconds the gap out in front, as AR makes a mistake there and goes a bit wide, but he's got the inside, so he will be able to keep the position. But he's being hounded from behind with Kebab as well, all over the back of them, who definitely has the pace to chase after Lavi Fasol. He's bringing up a bit of a train at the moment. 38.0, the fastest lap. 4.5 seconds is the gap, and it's round 2, because Eagle Ghost is looking again into turn 1, and again he thinks better of it. He's under threat himself now from Kebab as well, so has to be careful when making the move, that he's decisive, because he could equally be overtaking himself. Managed to pull a small gap there, AR, so he might be okay on the straight with a 7/10 gap. I think he will be, and that's Hojanov, who has had an incident in the S's. He's well ahead, and Kebab and Shaka, who's on this train now as well. They're all too far apart to make anything of it this time around. As Boosted and Ray go side by side, and Boosted gets that move done, and he defends it nicely, so he keeps that. Again, AR, bad exit, but he has the inside. It may be just a difference of lines by choice there. Eagle Ghost studying the driver ahead, but he won't want to do that for too long, because he's got pressure from behind, and well, if he feels he can catch up to Lavi and he's got the pace, he'll want to force the move earlier rather than later. Great camera angle low down. Is he going to go into turn 1? No, he's not, but he's left himself open a bit to Kebab. He's got a better exit, but again, there's no chance of overtaking in the S's unless you have superior grip. And Lavi's really just checked out now, almost 6 seconds the gap. So Eagle Ghost will want to get past quickly. But he's been behind for 4 laps now since the start, so covering the inside is AR. On the straight, trying to break the slipstream. Is he going to be close enough, Eagle Ghost? I think he is this time, you know. He's going for an almighty dive bomb, and he's broken just at the right time, and AR has span off, but he's kept it in the right direction, so he's not actually lost that much. His tyres might be a bit warm with some grass, but considering he just span, he's only lost 3 positions and about 1.5 seconds, which is that's a Charles Leclerc recovery, that is. But it means Eagle Ghost is released. Although Kebab is right on the back of him as he goes a bit wide into that corner, gets not the best exit. Some DRS for Kebab. but it's not enough to help him past yet. So I'll get the tyres up. I haven't even looked at that. Okay, so equal split really between medium and hards. All of the top 5 are on mediums. See if Kebab can do this. Now DRS is enabled. He should be able to get past pretty easily on this straight, you would imagine, although Eagle Ghost is pulling away. AR is getting past Ocean Chief, so he's recovering his position after that little incident he had. What can he do up into turn 1? He's gaining quite a lot here. He wasn't even using ERS. And I think he went a bit deep there, and Eagle Ghost re-overtook him. So he had an opportunity, but he couldn't take it. His Hosian is off again. You'd imagine he would be able to get him into the hairpin here, as Shaka is passed by AR Gamer, and now he might be vulnerable to Ocean Chief, as Kebab does get past Eagle Ghost, and there won't be any fighting into the hairpin, but Ocean Chief back here is looking on Shaka, and he's going to get that done. The Eagle Ghost isn't keeping up with Kebab as fast as I would have expected, falling back a little bit. So the gaps are starting to open out as there's a battle between Schnell and Boosted. As they're still side by side. Look at this, Boosted Mess sticking it in on the inside of the S's, and Schnell has to give that up. That's a very good move from Boosted to get that place back. Let's see if Kebab can close the gap to Lavi. 10.4 it stands at the moment. Over the rumble strips is not where you really want to go. Slow you down massively on the exit there. So the race calming down a bit with the gaps extending slightly because Ray is still on the back of Schnell. So the gap between Lavi and Kebab hasn't been extending much. It's 10.4 and now it's 10.7. So he seems comfortable out in front at the moment, does Lavi. And a 3-second penalty, the first one today for Schnell. Eagle Ghost fallen out of DRS range. So I wonder when we'll see the medium runners pit. You can go from lap 10 to the end on hards, but probably leave it a little later than that. Booster getting closer to Wesley now as well, so he's making his way through the field. Let's check as Ray gets a penalty. Let's check the positions gain and lost. Kebab's had a decent start, swapping positions with AR Gamer after he had that little incident that we saw. 3 places down for Boosted Mess in the start, but he's gained one of them back and soon to gain another, you'd say. Shaka up 2, Ocean Chief up 1. And in terms of fastest lap, currently belongs to the race leader Lavi for Soul. Boosted is very close now to Wesley in DRS range. See if he can get anything done on the back straight here, as he gets a decent exit, but you just say he's a bit too far back to make anything happen. But he's going to close the gap nonetheless. I think that's Hojan round again, just struggling a bit. A lot of these drivers are new to no assists, so they're getting used to it. As Boosted takes a nice line there, and he's now got the perfect opportunity as Schnell has span around. Shaka gets the penalty, but I'll keep an eye on Boosted because I think we might be lining up an overtake here pretty soon. Very close. Can he do anything into turn 1, or will he have to wait to the back straight again? Seems to be losing time even though he's got DRS, whether that's because Wesley's deploying ERS or a difference in setup, I don't know. Oh, and Boosted his span there. So he was doing well to recover his race, but just a bit of a mistake, and he's back down where he was before. So, Kebab losing time. They're on the same strategy. Might have to do something different here if he wants to stay out later or pit earlier. But I think he has to do something different to force Lavi Vasol's hand. Although the gap is nearly 13 seconds, there's not much he can do. But he's not at risk from behind at the moment. AR is chasing after Eagle Ghost. Is nearly back in DRS range and hoping to get back where he was before in P2. And he's got the DRS now if he can hold on to it. a lot faster through the S's, it seems. A couple of tenths. Nice exit, although he goes on to the runoff area, but that shouldn't really matter in regards to the overtake. He should get this done pretty simply. And he does. So let's see if he can keep it clean from now on, as he goes wide there actually. And, well, 2 mistakes, and he's lucky not to lose the position. Although he comes Eagle Ghost, is he going to try to switch back on the inside? That's what he's thinking, and he's going to get a good opportunity because AR goes wide onto the rumble strip, but has the inside yet again, so he can't really do anything. 4 seconds is the gap ahead to Kebab, but he's got to focus on the Eagle here, who actually comes into the pits, which I think is a good decision. Oh no! He's overshot the pit box! And he's probably lost 4 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds because of that. He's coming in for an undercut, which I think is a good decision, but he's not going to get it now because he's overshot the pit box, and Ocean Chief has a similar idea. 3.2 is the gap then between these two, and AR is on the hards, remember, so he's going to stay out longer than the 2 ahead of him. And for Lavi, with his pace, he might be thinking about staying out until he's got the gap behind to pit and rejoin it still in P1. Boosted. Very close to Eagle Ghost, who's come out on his cold, hard tyres. So, not only did Eagle Ghost mistake in the pit lane cost him probably a position to AR Gamer on the undercut, but also, well, if he gets past it by Boosted on this straight, he's going to be slowed down even more. But it doesn't look like he's going to. They seem to have come up to temperature now. As Lavi is in the pits. I imagine he will come out behind Kebab, possibly side by side with the AR Gamer, we'll see. As Kebab comes into the pits too. Right, AR, is he going to get past? Remember, Lavi's on cold tyres, as they're going to come side by side into turn 1, and AR will get past comfortably, and you'd say build a decent gap whilst he's on cold tyres. And this is it. If there's a safety car anytime soon, AR's in prime position to benefit from it more than anyone else. But it won't be too long until Lavi starts regaining some time. The 2 Team Boostalaka drivers. Boosted Ness and Shakalaka. Very close together, but Ocean is behind them, so they've got to be careful about battling with each other. So everyone has come into pits now, except for Boosted, who's still out on old mediums. And then the 3 hard runs of Hojan, Wesley and AR Gamer. Ocean Chief is the one threatening an overtake at the moment. He's going to go down the inside. That's a nice placement from him with his car. And is he going to be able to squeeze Shaka out? Not quite. He's still got his nose in there, and down the inside goes Shaka. Not afraid to send his car. And Ocean Chief has the inside, but he's cut off there. And that was good defence from Shaka, knowing that Chief is going to go for the inside and he can swoop round. So lap 14, halfway through the race. AR is still in P1 for the time being, and this will probably help Kebab to close up on Lavi. whilst he's stuck behind the hard runner. As Boosted eventually does come into the pits. And past they are before the DRS is even open, really. Pretty simple overtake. And now he can run away and secure his victory. Ocean still looking to overtake Shaka. He tried last time, it was good defense. He's not close enough to try this time around. So we'll have to wait for another lap, potentially into turn 1. Fastest lap, 37.7 for Lavi. Helped by the DRS, of course, but he's already built a 2-second gap there. But this is a battle now, really, between Kebab and AR, where AR Gamer is going to emerge, and whether he can regain those positions when he's on the mediums. In terms of penalties, let's have a look. So, just 3 seconds for Shaka, Ray and Schnell. And everyone's stopped apart from those 3 that are still out on the old hards. So, Ocean Chief will want to get round this time. If he can. He'll be close enough. He's got the DRS open, but doesn't look like he's gaining enough ground, and he's going to have to settle behind once again. As AR Gamer is into the pits. Let's see where he emerges. He's going to go on to the mediums to the end of the race. And where will he come out? Will it be in traffic? It will be behind Kebab, as Wesley is in the pits as well off his hold hards too. So that's not a bad result really for AR Gamer. He will lose a little bit of time with the cold tyres, but he's only 3 seconds behind Kebab on quicker and fresher tyres, as there's some sort of incident here. Is that Hojan, who's a span again? So he's yet to pit. He might need to come in for a fresh set of tyres if they're overheating and probably quite worn at this point as well. But this is AR Gamer, who the most he can really get without any safety cars is P2, because he's not going to close 20 seconds in 12 laps, I don't think. Ocean Chief's still too far back really from Shaka for anything to happen on this straight. He needs to try and get closer and set to 1 is what he needs to do to get past, because he's too far back here again. Shaka does have that penalty, but Wesley's coming up behind the 2 of them with fresh mediums. Someone is off. Is that Schnell? Yes. Ooh, nice helicopter shot. Purple sector 3 for AR Gamer. He might snatch the fastest lap off Lavi at this rate. purple sector 1 as well. Chief is closer this time around in sector 1. But, well, he needs to have a good exit out of this corner, which he doesn't really get. The 7/10 is the gap. But he does have a lot more ERS than Shaka, so maybe he could use some through sector 1 between the corners to get a bit closer. But he is closer this time around. This might be Ocean Chief's chance to get past. Or is it too much? Oh, I think he thought about it there, you know, and he's backed out of the dive. Sure, a brilliant dive the other day from Meepo in Tier 1. There we go, fastest lap for AR Gamer. About to be in DRS range of Kebab, and I don't think Kebab will be able to do anything about it. Very close now, Chief, compared to the previous laps. We'll be hoping that this will be the actual lap when he gets past and not just teeteringly close like it was before. It goes a bit deep there, but he's going to get a decent enough exit, I would imagine. Here it is, so he's close enough now, under 5/10 already, and yeah, he's going to get past without even using any ERS. Into the hairpin. Remember, he tried this before and got it a bit wrong on the exit, but he's got it right this time. So if he keeps it clean, he'll stay ahead. Let's go to AR Gamer, who's going for the move in the final corner, almost sticking his nose in there. Kebab gets a penalty as well. But AR Gamer and Kebab fighting pretty hard for this position. Into turn 1. He's going to back out. Should be a simple move, although it's not, is it? His DRS is, well, I don't think it's broken. He's just flapping it open in frustration. He's not able. He's too far back here. He did have a chance to turn 1, but I think he left it thinking he could get him on the back straight, but not to be. He does have that penalty anyway, so it's not. Oh. There we go. AR Gamer's got a penalty now as well, so they're level. So he does need to pass Kebab on track. Shaka's still quite close to Chief, who's not been able to get away. As they are going for the move here, he's pulling to the outside. Kebab defending on the inside. Could he get a switchback? No. She's playing it careful, which is sort of the right thing to do, with 80% ERS as well. Well, considering the fastest lap, I'm pretty sure Lavi could just pit towards the end and get it back again off the softs. If he wanted to, he's got a big enough gap. Right, can AR Gamer get the move done this time around? Doesn't look like it, although he's going to gain a bit more. Is he going to go around the outside? He's trying to. Oh, that's a nice move. That's a lovely switchback. He could do it again here, but Kebab breaks a lot later than expected. This is up the inside. Very close between the two of them. Bit of contact. But he gets past. And he will run away now, you'd think. Though Kebab can hold on for a couple of laps with the DRS, that will be good. Very good battle between these drivers. And it might not be over just yet. I think that's Wesley who's had an issue in the final turn. Right, Kebab on the back. He's not going to hang back here because he has to get past. Because otherwise, AR Gamer is going to run away on the fresher tyres, and he does so. So, back to where it was a lap before. Diving down the inside. Not getting the best exit. And Kebab has the inside. And I think he's going to go side by side round here. Look at that grip round the outside from AR Gamer on the mediums. He cannot compete with that. But he's got limited time here, Kebab, because if he doesn't get past quite soon, AR will be able to pull a decent gap on those tyres. And he's gone wide in the last corner there, as Wesley's overtaken by Ray. And he's almost out of DRS range, Kebab. So he has to have a perfect set to here to get back in it now. You feel it's probably gone now, that position. Although running wide, as Schnell has another issue. And they're coming across... Lavi's coming across some lapped cars. Wesley in the pits. Kebab does get DRS. So you say he's got one more opportunity, if that really, to get past. Because his tyres are degrading quite a bit now. Onto the softs goes Wesley. Yeah, Lavi could pit and get fastest lap if he wanted to onto the softs from now or any lap towards the end, really. And only probably take him one chance. I missed that. Sorry, Shaka getting past Ocean Chief, but is the battle going to continue? It doesn't look like it at the moment. Kebab has DRS on the pit straight. So he's going to close in. And yeah, AR's not been able to shake him off, surprisingly, despite the superior grip on the tyres. It is around like 8 or 9 laps that the mediums start to go off. And the hards become faster. So theoretically, if he can stay in touch with AR in a couple of laps, he might be the faster car on track. He's definitely closer this time around, coming in onto the straight. Hojan. Excuse me. I'm just very tired. It's not boring, I promise. Let's see what Kebab, or how close he can get. Dirty tyres on the outside. Staying back for now. And he's going to have a better line here, although he turns in a little too early. So Ocean Chief, there's quite a big gap here. Ocean, the maximum he can get is Shaka. They're going into battle and Ocean Chief gets that done on the straight, so it's an exchanging of positions. Yeah, Wesley, I think he spanned. I didn't quite catch it, but he went on to the softs. But that's a good thing about an 11-car grid. Everyone, apart from one person, is going to get points. Look at this now, 3/10. It was up to 4 or 5 now. But that's what you do when you're driving. You look at the gap. And sometimes the best thing to do is just focus on the driving and have a look at the gap on the straight, which Kebab might be doing now. He's going to be closing it in. It still has 40% ERS compared to almost 90 for AR Gamer. So this is going to be a difficult move to get done with all that ERS from AR Gamer. Boosted gets past Razarian. Shaka and Chief are coming onto the back straight once more. They might be swapping positions yet again. A bit too far behind. Ooh, 1 second the gap now. Maybe Kebab made a little bit of a mistake. Almost 100% ERS for AR Gamer. So it is the pace of the tyres. He does have it. It's just he wasn't using ERS, so it seemed similar pace, I would imagine. That's the thing. You keep your ERS around this track. Be really fast towards the end of the race because it depletes very quickly. Round 28 or something. But he's way too far back. Shaka is a lot closer to Ocean Chief this time. He does come into the pits, and you'd imagine he'll just go into the softs and try and get the fastest lap. He's got the gap to come out still in P1. So it's these two battles at the moment. Ocean Chief and Shakalaka. And Kebab and AR Gamer. The two purple cars. Hoosian has span again, or had with an incident, some kind of issue. 5/10 now. Oh, and yeah, Kebab is definitely close enough. Although he's not deploying his ERS. And neither is AR. So, content to sit behind now is Kebab. He won't know how much ERS AR Gamer actually has. So, he's probably thinking he can maybe get it done in the last lap or two. But I'm not sure he'll be able to do it in one attempt, just because he has almost a full battery. Is Shaka going to get past Ocean Chief here? I think he might. Oh, bit of a love tap on the rear then from Chief, but all well and good. And Shaka's back up into P5. Right, 2 laps remaining then, so Kebab's got really only 2 more chances to get past and stay ahead if he can. If I was Kebab now, I'd be deploying all my ERS on this straight just to get closer. But of course I know how much AR has and Kebab most probably doesn't. Well, Ocean Chief has dropped off quite a bit, 1.7 seconds now, so he's not even going to get the DRS on the back straight. Fastest lap for Loversoul. And he just gets inside the DRS detection zone, I think, does Kebab. So this is the final lap. And the final chance for Kebab to take P2. But our gamer's coming up to lap traffic, so he might actually get some DRS on the back straight if he catches it at the right moment. So that would be game over for Kebab. And imagine finishing a race with 80% ERS left. As the lap car gets out of the way, so it won't give AR DRS, which is good for Kebab. Right, he's 5/10 away now. He has to get a perfect corner here. Bit wide, but it doesn't matter too much because AR did the same. He's definitely close enough. But he doesn't have the ERS and he's not getting in the slipstream, so this is going to be a difficult task. As Wesley is around again. And he locks up. Oh, but what's going to happen here? Because this isn't in ERS area of the track. Can Kebab find a way through somewhere if he gets a little closer? You've got 4 corners remaining of the race. As Lavi is going to come across the line and win very dominantly. If it wasn't for that pit stop, it would have been close to 30 seconds. And puts in the fastest lap at the end. And AR Gamer is going to hang on and get a well-deserved P2. Kebab spins across the line. But thankfully, he's got a big enough gap behind to still get P3. So that's the podium. Lavi, AR and Kebab. Eagle Ghost, a P4, quite quiet from him today, but that's not a bad thing. Shaka is going to possibly be P6 after his penalty, unless Ocean Chief drops out of the 3 seconds, which he doesn't look like he's going to. So Shaka will actually finish P6 and Ocean will get that place off Shaka. Boosted Mess is going to be the next one across the line. gets a good P7, and Ray behind him, P8. And Wesley will be the last across the line. No doubt some donuts coming up. Or not. Little bit of a weave. And that's the race. Nice stuff. Quite entertaining, actually. Race-long battles. AR and Kebab and Shaka and Chief. Shaka's been given driver of the day by the game. Let's have a look at the results and we can decide on that. Okay, that's probably really out of tune and annoying. Why is the podium taking so long to load? Here they are. I've not seen a podium without the real teams before. Finland win, it's Lavi for Soul. And all the team members are wearing exactly the same clothes. There we have it. Oh, didn't even show me the results. Okay, well, let's go over to the interview screen then, and see if anyone wants to chat. AR Gamer and Ray are in. And I should probably go in the commentator's booth myself. That might be helpful. Right, let's drag AR in for a start. Hello, AR Gamer. Welcome to the interviews. We were watching, well, not we, I was watching you all race battling with Kebab, pretty much. It looked pretty fun. You want to take us through what if you had a strategy, or what was your thinking about starting on the hards? Yeah, it was definitely entertaining. It lasted a long time. I'll bring Kebab in as well, why not? Hello, Kebab. Hello. Kebab. Hello. Welcome to the interviews. AR's here as well. We're just talking about that race-long battle you had. And it was mentioning how you were perhaps a bit slower on the exits onto the back straight, which made it a bit easier to defend. What was your, before, because you got a penalty, didn't you, AR? And then later, and then you knew you had to overtake Kebab, but that was before the pit stops, wasn't it? Mhm. And do you know that AR finished the race with like 90% ERS? Yeah. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. Oh, that was a save. That was a brilliant save. It's just like mowing the lawn, and then you only lost like 1.5 seconds. There we go. I think I'll end it because I am so tired. Talking on your own for 45 minutes isn't the easiest thing ever.
For that, and yeah, we'll try and get more commentators in for next week.
It's alright.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.